Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, success is something what everybody, each and every one of us want it so desperately. Everyone else want to become a successful person, and no one else at all want to become a failure because failure is not something good at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, this thing has been made the topic of our today's discussion. We have made it a topic of our today's discussion. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to understand why it is so important. What is the way to do that? After a very careful study, after a lot of research, after studying so many of the success gurus, we have come to a conclusion that there are five things which are extremely important for the sake of success, and not even a single one can be dropped at all. So, if at all somebody is practicing the five of these things, I believe they are going to become a successful person. I believe that they are going to live a very, very honorable life. At the end of their life, they will think that they were successful, and other people too will look upon them enviously that they people have succeeded. Dear friends and fellows, there are only five tips. Now, the first of all, it is find your north star. What does this mean? Define the purpose of your life, what you want to do and why you want to do it. Why am I putting the word why here? Because maybe once we are examining why, many of the unimportant things will be dropped, and we will come to a conclusion that these are not as important that I should include it into the my purpose of life. So I cannot include it into the my purpose of life at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, it is really, really, really important that all the people, we must have the clear direction, the very much clear goal. What I want to do, what makes me feel alive, what makes me feel alive and engaged, and of course, what legacy I want to leave behind. This legacy, it is very, very important. Why? Because only something which is extremely important for a person can be taken as something which I want to leave as my legacy, and nothing lesser important at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think the first thing is to find your north star and to somehow define the purpose of your life, why you want to do that, and of course what legacy you want to leave even after my death. What legacy do I want to leave after my death? So after my death mean that something which is the most important ever. So, my dear friend, this is the number one. Number two, the second thing is that embrace the power of small consistent steps. Embracing the power of small consistent steps. Small steps, people think it is too little. It is not going to earn you the success. It is not going to make you a successful person. I, dear friends and fellows, look upon a drop of water falling on a stone. If at all it continues falling a single drop at a time consistently, what is going to happen? It will make a hole in that stone. So, dear friends and fellows, I think that the small consistent steps matters a lot, really. So, my dear friends and fellows, I believe that we need to understand it. We need to understand the importance, the power of small consistent steps. It will ensure our success. If at all we are doing it on a consistent basis, and then it will make us a successful person. It will protect us from the failure. So that is the number two. Now the number three is, dear friends and fellows, that is very something. The people will feel surprised what I'm going to talk about, and that is befriend failure. Make friendship with a failure. Isn't it something very interesting? Yes, indeed. Once we are looking for the success, here we are talking about the failure. Befriend the failure. Make friendship with the failure. Why is it like that? Nelson Mandela says it does not matter a lot at all. It does not matter at all how many times did we fall, but it is very important indeed that we stand up every time we fall. We stand up. That is so much important. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think and I believe in this thing that, my dear friends and fellows, whatever we are doing, whatever we are doing, even if at all we fail, no problem at all, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And the only thing here is that we need to learn from our failure. Learning from our failure, that is very important. If at all we fail to learn from our failure, if at all we don't make an improvement, we don't stand up, we don't make an improvement, I think that's bad, and that's not good at all. We must keep trying till we succeed. So befriend failure, make friendship with the failure. Failure is your best mentor, failure is your best teacher, failure is your best trainer, your best coach. So why not to make friendship with a failure? So let's be friend with a failure. So that was the number 3. Number 4 is get rid of distractions. Get rid of distractions. Some of the people, they are, if they are at work, they are distracted again and again and again, and it is their smartphone, it is their people around, and they are feeling distracted, repeatedly. I think that even if at all they have spent many hours on the work, that the accomplishment will be very little. So I think that we need to ensure, that I'm away from the distraction, and then get rid of the distraction, and then focus on your work. Do a focused work. Even few hours of the focused work will matter a lot, and will go a long way in making ourselves, in making us a successful person. So it is the focused work which matters, and matters so much really. So get rid of the distractions, and that is the number 4 of the out of the 5. And now the fifth is, my dear friend, the fifth and the final is, invest in the relationships. Investing in the relationships, and relationships, social networking, it matters a lot. Sometimes we get a very good information we get from our friends, from our relationships, from the people around. So never ever underestimate the power of the relationships. So I think the relationships and the networking does matter, and matters so much really. Should it mean that I should not have any sort of boundary and the people can do whatever they like to do with my life, with me? Not at all, not at all, not at all. Boundaries are essential. Boundaries are essential. We cannot get rid of the boundaries at all. So boundaries actually makes us safe, but at the same time, while staying inside our own boundary, while keeping the people inside their own boundary, while making them stay a bit away, a little bit away, I think still we can make the relationship. And that the people are doing, I'm not the first one talking about that. The people are doing it, and the people have done it. So I think invest in the relationship, and obviously not without any limitation, not without any limit, not like something like that. So my dear friends and fellows, I believe that we need to do something like this one. I think, I believe that we should be doing something, making investment in the relationship. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair.